Welcome back to another episode of Animal of the Week. In this week's video, we'll be taking a look at this child's drawing. Wait, no. That's not a child's drawing of a snake, that is the Arabian Sand Boa. The existence of this snake seems to suggest that most 3-year-olds are all experts on snake biology and have extensively studied and drawn this species. Or the other more likely conclusion to draw is that this is just a really funny looking snake. The Arabian Sand Boa is part of the family Boidae, commonly known as boas. This family is characterized as having non-venomous and quite primitive snakes, so the Arabian Sand Boa fits in very well. Arabian sand boas unsurprisingly live in Arabia, in the sand, and they are boas. Surprising, I know. They are also known to live in Iran. These snakes spend most of their time buried in sand dunes of Arabian and Iranian deserts, firstly to get out of the sun, and secondly in order to ambush their prey. They are primarily nocturnal animals, moving little during the daytime. They will actually fully bury themselves deep under the sand or soil during the hot days, and come close to the surface at night ready to ambush prey, just sticking their eyes above the surface. The Arabian sand boa's whole body is adapted to this form of living under the sand. Their googly eyes on top of their head are there so that the snake can see while the rest of the head and the body is buried under the sand. During the night, this snake will lay in wait for its prey to pass over it. Studies done on the stomach contents of Arabian sand boas show that they primarily eat lizards, but also small mammals and insects. Obviously, these snakes are therefore carnivorous, however they aren't venomous snakes, relying solely on the element of surprise, sharp teeth, and a strong jaw to capture and kill their prey. They will strike out of their small burrows, latching onto the passing prey. When caught, the boa exhibits behaviour similar to that of their much larger cousins, boa constrictors, constricting around the prey to kill and devour it before it can escape. Interestingly, Arabian sand boas are actually oviparous. This may not seem very interesting or unusual, as it is a reptile and most of them do lay eggs. However, among other boas, this is incredibly rare. The majority of boas are ovoviviparous, meaning they give birth to live young after keeping their fertilized eggs inside of them. However, Arabian sand boas are the special ones, simply laying eggs. They lay from 4 to 12 eggs, which will develop for 2 months, hatching at 33 degrees centigrade. As they are snakes, they will begin to hatch at this specific temperature. As they live underground most of their lives, it's safe to say that they will also incubate these eggs under the sand to help keep the temperature more constant in the volatile desert climate. Obviously, the googly eyes are a great adaptation that helps massively with their feeding method, however they have many other adaptations as well. The snake's stout body only reaches around 40 centimeters in size, 16 inches for those using America units. This small body allows it to bury itself in the sand easily, and means it doesn't need large amounts of food to survive, a crucial adaptation where living in a harsh and barren desert. They are excellently camouflaged, having yellowish tan skin to fit in perfectly with the desert sand. Their colour is not uniform though, with darker patches being visible in many individuals. However, this barely matters to the snakes, as the vast majority of the body will be covered in sand. Deserts in general possess few predators, and seen as the sand boa is near the top of the food chain, very little preys upon them. The most dangerous animal to the sand boas would most likely be other snakes or perhaps birds of prey. However, these have a hard time spotting them, let alone catching them, when all that is visible above ground is their eyes. Humans have had relatively little impact upon them. The IUCN classes them as least concern, and being out in the remote deserts of the Arabian Peninsula means they are unlikely to be threatened in the future. They are sometimes involved in the exotic pets trade, however this is uncommon as small snakes are harder to take care of in captivity, making the sand boas undesirable to many. The overall impact of the pet trade is minute on the total population of these snakes. Thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. If you'd like to learn more about our world, its history, and the wonderful life that surrounds us all, please feel free to subscribe to the channel if you think we deserve it and if you'd like to see more from us.